All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back on this lovely Thursday. Was it April 23rd? How's everybody doing this morning? Good to see you all. Good to see you, Ken. Good to see you, Andrea, David, everybody, Don, Dennis. All right. Good. Michael, good to see you. All right. Listen, another Groundhog's Day here in Cybertrade University's meetings. Still quarantine. It really is. But like I had a big event yesterday. I was on Well 365, and then we had our own open house. I got two of them today, actually. I got a bunch of events going on. Going to be on MTI and Right Line Trading also, and it just tell you the overwhelming. You know what's nice about coming to these events? You could see the overwhelming people that really just want to learn how to start trading now. I'm telling you, like reports came out, job losses came out, and obviously it's terrible. I'd be honest with you. I think it's going to be hard for people to get a job back because, I don't think these people are going to start rushing to get a job anytime soon. Or, they're doing this whole PPP program thing. And, some of these people were making a lot of money. And now it's going to be in a business owner's situation, be like, they're going to be negotiating because, people were asking so much money. People were like living, companies were really desperate and they had to pay these people and so on. But I think now it's going to be more in the company's favor and it's going to hurt the person, the employee, because there's going to be a lot of people going to be rushing for jobs, rushing for jobs. I'll tell you myself personally, we're looking for webmasters because, we just have so much data that we're doing. And up until about 4 or 5 months ago, nobody wanted to work. I mean, you couldn't get anybody. It was packed. Now, I mean, I can't even go through the amount of applications that I'm getting right now. And some of these people are so qualified. So I think people are going to start realizing it. And I'll be honest with you, why go work for somebody? Why don't you just do this? Just hang out. Just trade the market. Because like I told you yesterday, after hearing what happened to CDC and now they're taking a step back, they're saying that the media made a big deal about it more than what it was, no more fake news probably. But I think that this is going to be going on for a while. And you know what? I don't think it's really a bad idea to work from home and being your own boss. So just kind of just throw that out there. Improving from last month's job list. Yeah, well, you know what? What happens when everybody starts going to work? I mean, obviously job's going to go back up. So we'll see how that works. But anyway, let's talk about what happened yesterday. There was one good stock, by the way, I just want to bring up that's doing pretty good this morning. And this is the one that we were trading this morning right here, the CPHP, the CPAH, I'm sorry. So you could see this stock right here. This is one we were calling earlier this morning. And you could see right here that this stock just literally, let me just change this. I'm looking at a long-term chart. So anyway, right around 7:30 this morning when we start trading, stock had a really nice pop. You could have gotten at $3. Then she started hovering. She made a little pop right here. She ran to about 360. Actually, it was right around here. I apologize. It was 260. Went to 3. And then she had this really brick wall. She was having a tough time breaking $4. And you could see, like I said it in the trading room, the cyber group room. So you know what? I kept talking. Out of all the stocks, this one was actually the one I was the most aggressive on. So keep an eye on these things. Things started picking up some momentum. You could start seeing it's making a little bit of higher highs. You could see that it started breaking out, and it's still strong. Look, it's up 93% today. And most importantly is this. Go back to January. We traded this stock in January if you were part of Cybertrade University. Look what the stock did right here. It ran from 50 cents to $6. Not 6 cents, okay, 60 cents. It ran to $6. Thing was up literally like almost like 600-700%. So don't let the 95% fool you that, because people always say, well, how much more could it go? I don't know. I mean, listen, it went all the way to $6. So there's a lot more for it to go. So anyway, so that one has been is on the watch list. There's a bunch of stocks on the watch list. But before we do that, let me just go over and talk about what happened yesterday. I want to talk about Snapchat because that was the big news yesterday. What a lot of us traded yesterday. That stock did pretty well yesterday. Right out of the gate, it just went straight up. It went from like $15 up to about $17.20. I'm not a really big fan of trading a stock like Snapchat for the only purpose is that it's not no level one stock. People look at it, oh, it's only $16. How bad could it be? Listen, the stock was pretty volatile yesterday. We all know that. And you know what? It's clear as day. We sort of had hit major resistance levels back over here, and now starting to back off a little bit. So listen, a lot of social media companies doing pretty well. People staying home. I told you yesterday when we were doing the morning meeting, I can't get my kids off the damn phone. You know what I mean? Thank God it wasn't like 10 years ago where they charge you for data and they charged you for how many phone calls you make. Now everything's unlimited. But do you guys remember that? Oh my God. I remember like, Jesus, when I was dating my wife, her dad would, thank God he liked me, but he wanted to kill me because she would call me all the time. Her phone bill was like $500, $300. It was crazy. Remember those days? So anyway, Snapchat, listen, that's the past. There's a lot more better ones, less risk, more reward. Another one that did really well, and it was also hard to trade, was INO. And I also put this in the cyber group room, in the trading room earlier. It's not really a good day trade. You can't, meaning you can't scalp it. It's more of a swing trade. And we've been watching this stock for what, like almost a week now? We saw the stock at around $7. Look where it is right now, 13. She's pretty strong, but she's very, very, she'll shake the shoot out of you, S out of you. All right. The stock is very, very, very shaky. It knows how to play games, but it looks great. It's got the penny spread there. It's got everything, but she's been more of a swing trade than more of a day trade. What else that we have here? We had a really good pre-market stock that we traded, SAEX. But that one was just unbelievable. That one just popped. You could see it. It just ran from $2 up to $3.50. Great pre-market trade. That stock was hands down was probably one of the best ones that we had. And what was the other one that I had? Oh, almost can't forget the PEC trade, right? PEC was a PECK. PEC was awesome. So PEC was, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually did a really nice photograph. You can actually go back, subscribe to us, and you can go back and you can look at some of the photographs that I take. I usually like to post around 8:30. Now, you want the watch list, everything else, you got to subscribe. You have to be, you could get it. You can get our watch list through Twitter, and obviously you can come into our morning meetings, but or you could be here every morning. But this stock did great. This thing went from $3.50 all the way to $9. It was like, are you kidding me? And the halts, this stock got halted so many times. It was just like, and some people don't understand what a halt means. So you know what? We know how to trade halts when they happen. So anyway, that one worked out pretty well. Now, let's go over and talk about what's moving for this morning. All right. So let me go back and change my chart to a 1-minute chart. And let's go back to the CPAH. All right. So anyway, I'm going to bring this up. What do we got over here? I'm missing my, where is she? Oh, there she is. All right. So I'm going to look at my book viewer. So I'm going to bring up the CPAH, just kind of bring up a quick little lesson here. So anyway, not the greatest iceberg orders right now. You got a 6,000 share seller, which is kind of holding this thing down right here. You could see over here on the right-hand side, we're looking at the NASDAQ book viewer. If any of you, some of you, obviously, this is more for, a good starting point, but the real one is right here. If you get a really good platform, obviously you can see the matrix. Now you're aggregating more ECN orders out there. So you're looking at more algorithms. You're looking at more high frequency trades. You're getting more of the, Archipelago, BATS, all New York Stock Exchange aggregated into one. Actually, did you guys see this morning's Instagram post? I don't know if you guys saw this morning's Instagram post. It's funny. I was like, I was in the event yesterday. People always asking me and was sending me emails, and I wanted, and I only use Instagram just to kind of like make you guys think, like what the hell, why is this and why is that? And the big thing about the one I want to show on Instagram was now I know why brokerage firms, online brokers, don't give you this data, and when you're here now, you know why. They're trading against you. Like people always ask, like, oh, why would I go to a brokerage firm and charge me $4? This guy charged me free. You say, you know what? I used to pay $20 and I still made money. People can't even make money trading $4 a ticket. Why hell would a brokerage firm charge you free tickets? Other than they're trading against you. They're taking the bet. They know you're going to lose. So, and they're not giving you the right data. That's the bit. And it all starts with level 3 and level 4. So listen, unfortunately for some of us, we're eventually going to find out and come to reality because after you keep losing and you keep calling up, they don't answer the phone. They put you on hold for 30 minutes and they keep saying, oh, wrong department. Hold on, wrong department. And then you know what? By that time, you're going to get yourself crushed. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. Snapchat is popping. Everyone's bringing it up. Yeah, Ken, I saw that. And same thing, Grant. Nice call. Yeah, Snapchat just made a nice little move right here since we looked at it. So Snapchat is also on my watch list too. A couple other ones. Let me just try to get through this because we're running a little behind, and I want you guys to fill up your coffee and get ready for the morning. All right. So we got the CP8H. Okay, we got the IMMU. All right, that's another one that made a big move. You can see that one's gapped up pretty high to 32%, 1.3 million shares already traded. Let me just change this so the view so you guys see a little bit better. And the only problem IMU, it's a pretty nasty stock. The stock can get a little crazy. It's not really doing anything right now. It's kind of flatline, you can see right here. But I want to keep a close eye on it because we did trade the stock. Stock is obviously doing great. It was at $9. It had that huge gap up to 18, and it has not gone down yet. So this is not no short squeeze. So the stock could be a nice little swing trade. Because remember, I point this out. People think day trading is the most risky of them all. It's actually the least risky thing to do. It's the least risky. First of all, you always have to ask who trained the person to teach you how to day trade, number one. Swing trading is 2-3 times harder. Options trading is 10 times harder. The harder it is, yes, the more money you can make, but the more money you're risking. You want to be a good swing trader, you damn well better learn how to day trade first. You want to learn how to options trade, you damn well better learn how to, find how to trade the stock first. So, but anyway, as a day trader, boom, we saw the stock, we watched it. If you knew it was a good day trade when we saw it at 8 and the stock was at 18, 19, and you're like, you know what? It's holding pretty strong. You understand how we day trade. Then you could have been a swing trade. And you know what? If you got in at 20, 21, now you're at 29, looking pretty damn well. But anyway, I just want to point that out because I get people that constantly feel that day trading is so damn risky, and everybody tries it and they lose money. And I kind of always keep saying, who trained you? Who really trained you? And that's the first thing. I guess it's like the same little thing I always tell people, everyone's bound to fail on a diet. Of course you're bound to fail on a diet. Who put you on the diet? The book? You know what I mean? Somebody on TV? Go pay for a nutritionist. Go hire a personal trainer and watch and now has somebody part of your life, and then you'll start realizing how you lose weight. I'm just using it as a metaphor. I'm not no disrespect to anyone about dieting. I'm just trying to say, listen, everybody fails diets. After you're on the 7th diet, then you kind of realize, or the 17th diet, then you realize, maybe I should pay somebody, and that's where education comes in. ENZ, another stock that had a big pop early this morning. She backed off. She's holding it here pretty good. She's up 27%. A lot of you remember we traded this about a couple of weeks ago. Another short squeeze on this one, but she's up pretty nicely. She's got a nice little trend. She's got some good iceberg orders. I'm looking right here. She's got a 6,000 share seller. She's got a couple of some decent sellers. 10,000 share seller just below $3. Kind of makes sense why it kind of backed off right here. You can see it right there, why she kind of backed off. So that one also looks pretty interesting too. What else we got? Oh, for everybody here, I know some of you were talking about the JNUG, right? Somebody was asking me, what the hell happened to JNUG? Had to go to $77. It had a reverse stock split last night. Listen, reverse stock splits are not good. Okay. That is not a good sign. Look at JNUG. With all the reverse stock splits it had, less than a month ago, the stock with all the reverse stock splits, stock was $1,000. It was never trading at $1,000. It just by the time the system factors in all these reverse stock splits, now that's where you're at. Not a really good sign. Okay, not a really good sign. When you want stock splits, you don't want reverse stock splits. Okay. 9 out of 10 times, I still haven't seen one that ever worked out in its favor. So be very careful of that. Jerry, I was going to get to those on the next stock. Let me just bring up one other stock, okay? Jerry's bringing up, and he says, look at Las Vegas Sands. We're going to check that out in a minute. I just have one more stock I want to bring up. WPX. Okay, so WPX is filling in a gap fill right here. So that is a very, very good sign. Stock is up by 13%, 193,000 shares. Got a couple of good iceberg orders on the bid, not too many sellers, which means it's more of a demand and more of a supply. So I would keep an eye on that. Now let's talk about what Jerry just brought up. So anyway, Jerry just made $3.75. Let me just share that, in the room because people on YouTube and Facebook can't see that. Let me just bring up the chat room right here. So there we go. So who made some money here? So Jerry made 28 cents on 5,000 shares trading. Okay. On Will. Yep. Good. That was one of the stocks also was on my watch list too. I was going to save that for last. But $3.75. Good for you. Everybody see that? Beautiful. Nice move. Nice move. Let's go check that Las Vegas sand stock because that was my next one on my list. So anyway, great little swing trade right there. For some reason, all the casino stocks are moving this morning. I don't know why. They're all closed. You know what? We talked about, I was a huge fan of Wynn. By the way, if you guys ever stay at this hotel, great, probably the nicest hotel I've ever been. I stayed at almost every single hotel. The Encore to me has probably got the nicest rooms out of them all. But anyway, stock dropped down to $40. I thought that was a screaming buy, even at 50. But anyway, you could see it's up 6%. Wynn's up. MGM. They're all doing pretty well, up 3%. But looks like Las Vegas Sands is actually probably doing the best out of them all right now. But the casino stocks obviously took a huge hit. Maybe because China's open up. Maybe Macau's starting to open up. Maybe I don't know. But the casino stocks always done well. We got Snapchat and we got the Will trade. The Will is doing really, really well. Will, only issue, once again, people always bring this up. Do you trade penny stocks? And I say 5% of my trades are probably penny stocks. This is a penny stock. How do we know? Because look at all the tenths of a penny. That's how it basically is the quickest way of doing it. But anyway, can you make money with a penny stock? I mean, look, the stock just ran from $1.10 to $1.24. Why is it up 45%? Personally, I always say this. I really don't care. I don't care. I'm not, if I bought it at $1.12, I sold it at $1.24. That's all that matters. All right. But just remember, you got to be careful with these penny stocks. One of the biggest things, and I was talking about this yesterday, that the only reason why I don't like trading stocks like this is you can't see the orders. You can't see a lot of the orders when you deal tenths of the pennies. It's all the oil stocks. I know a lot of oil stocks are moving too, by the way. We saw oil take a huge hit. So listen, you don't have to trade oil, the actual crude of the commodity. There's a lot of ETFs out there that move well. They all move well. Okay. You could trade. There's a lot of ETFs out there that also, OSI. There's a lot of them out there. Okay. All right, guys. Anything I'm missing I did not call out in the trading room? Anything I'm missing? I think we got them all. APA, Tony. So APA is another petroleum stock. We've done pretty well with that one too. It's got good orders, not really going anywhere. The other ones that we found are a little bit better that are moving. The other ones that we have. So let's focus on that. Now listen, not every stock is going to move. Oh, I almost forgot one last one. Good swing trade on Zoom. Zoom is obviously doing pretty well. Technology stocks are doing great. Listen, if Zoom breaks out of this, I mean, we made a lot of money on Zoom. Remember the stock would drop down, it was 100, ran to 160. Thing was just on fire. She backed off. Obviously, that was a big short squeeze. But the stock is obviously doing pretty well right now. I'm actually long. I did it as a swing trade that I own Zoom. And I got nervous. I got out and I ended up buying it back. I ended up paying more for it because I didn't like it. Started backing off over here. I had it for this big run up. And then she backed off yesterday. And then 2 days ago, so I bought it back. So I'm actually pretty happy that I did. But if this stock breaks this 160, 162, this thing's off to the races. Personally, I think Zoom could probably be a buyout. A lot of people, listen, every single school is using it. Okay. So it's just a matter of time. I personally also think colleges are going to have a really tough time going into the spring. To the fall. There's going to be a big wake up call. So online education, And I've been doing online education for over 20 years. Okay. So there's nobody that's an expert at this than me. And, I just love the company. Thank God that the company came out. Just quick little story before we go about Zoom. I used to use a company called WebEx about over 15 years ago. Greatest company in the world. They got bought out by Cisco, destroyed WebEx, just literally destroyed it. The guy who built WebEx is the guy who owns Zoom. So you guys, could you read between the lines? Zoom has new competitor. Forget about the symbol. I know. Make sure you got the right symbol up too, because some people made a mistake. That's what some people got confused with the symbol. I think it was ZOOM. They thought it was. I know it was ZOM. You were like, oh, it's only a 15-cent stock. You know what's pretty funny? Right here, you see where I went 15 to about 45? That's when people thought it was, oh, this must be Zoom, the stock, the company, and it really wasn't. All right, anyway, guys, listen. Let's get ready for the Open. Opens up less than 7 minutes. Really busy day today. Just kind of remind everybody. We got a lot of big events I'm going to be hosting this morning. Going into the day, Thursday, the 23rd at 11 a.m. I will be on MTI and I will be on right side trading. So feel free to join us. Or you know what? Every Thursday we have an open house. So you got the bottom link right there. If you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, just feel free to register for upcoming events, and we do a little quick crash course on this stuff. All right, guys. You see something, you say something. Oh, one last thing. Jerry, man, you're killing it. My God. Good for you. Jerry just made another $1.50 trading in pre-market ALKS. Right there. Nice. All right, guys. Good luck today. Happy trading. And we'll be starting commentating in the cyber group room in about once the market opens up. All right. Just be careful the first 5 minutes. Happy trading, everyone.